Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Aysh. Please subscribe. Today's video is all about winged eyeliner. I think it's the one thing we, would dream to be able to perfect and get right and do every day. It just completes a look and, I love it. It's something I do every single day. It's probably something I'm a bit dependent on. I can't not have winged eyeliner. So I thought I would show you guys my method of doing it, because I do get a lot of people ask me, how do you get your eyeliner to look like that? So it's kind of hard to just talk about. So by me showing you, I think that'll be quite helpful. Everybody has their own technique of doing winged eyeliner. This is mine and I'll be happy to share it with you guys. So if you would like to see how I achieve my winged eyeliner, then keep on watching. I think liquid eyeliner is a tricky one. It's quite a hard one to get used to doing. Personally, I think the key to it is practice. Because I'm someone, it's a bad habit, right? I won't say it's a bad habit, but it's something I've got myself used to over the years, and that is to wear liquid eyeliner every single day. Like any makeup look that I create on myself, I have to use liquid eyeliner. I don't know why, it's just what I'm used to on myself. Like some girls can't leave without their brows done, or that's just me. Like liquid eyeliner, it is like my savior. Any kind of look I do, I need it. So maybe that's why I'm so used to doing it so quickly and efficiently as well, and being able to achieve the wing that I want. I can do it pretty much within a few minutes. I get it done. Even like to go to work, I will always wear my liquid eyeliner. I very rarely go without it. And if you go through my channel, you can see any kind of look that I do, I always use liquid eyeliner. I just feel like it defines the eye beautifully. I just wanted to show you guys how I do my liquid liner and my method of doing it, and maybe a few tips and tricks to make it slightly easier for you guys. Watching really helps, but also just practicing on yourself. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. It's literally practice. I've been doing it probably since the age of about 14. I always like to use liquid eyeliner. For me, gel liner doesn't really work as such, or you can use pencil if you want to have like a smudged out liner. The one liquid eyeliner I love to use and I swear by, and I've been using probably the past year solidly, I just keep rebuying it. It's the Rimmel Glameyes Professional Liquid Liner. It's my favourite one because the brush is so thin, so I'm able to get that precise line and sharp wing perfectly. The shade is Black Glamour, so just like a jet black, and the brush is extremely thin. You could see here, it is very, very thin. So that is what I like to use. First of all, I'm just going to show you my way of doing it. So what I'm going to do is do a cheeky little zoom in on my eye, and I will show you step by step how I achieve it. So my brows are filled and I've just kind of given myself a simple eyeshadow look, just basic for me to work on top of. I've got my trusty liquid liner. What I like to do is start from my inner corner and work my way outwards. I know a lot of people like to start from the outside, but personally this is just what works for me and what I prefer. So I'm just gonna show you. So I'll start from the inner corner, and what I do is I outline the wing first and then I'll fill it in. So I'm gonna go from my inner corner. Right, so what I've done is I've created my first line. So this is roughly how I'd want the thickness of my liner to be. This is what I usually like to do. I'd say for some people it might be on the thick side, but this is personally just what works for me. So I've started with the first line. Now for the exciting part, this is where I start my wing. What I like to do is look down, as I do, and I'm going to start with the top line of my wing and join it up with this line. So I'm going to start from the outside and bring inwards to join that line. So what I like to do for my advice is to look down and bring the wing down. So now that it's joined up, you start to see it taking shape. Another tip I learnt the hard way, because I used to have this habit. So what I avoid doing is stretching whilst I'm applying my liner. I don't do that because when you're stretching your eye and you're applying the liner, and then when you let go, the liner will be a lot shorter than it was from when you stretched it, so it's deceiving. So I don't stretch my eye, I just make sure I look down and then I will apply it. So now that I've got this first line complete, I am now going to join it up with the bottom line of the liner. So I start to kind of fill the gaps like so, and then I join up the line. So that's the wing. So now you can see the shape that I like to achieve. Now that I've got my shape, I'm just going to start to fill in the wing. And that is my wing complete. So that is the method I like to use pretty much every day. I like to start from the inner corner, bring it round, bring it back down, and fill in where I've carved out the shape of the liner. So another tip I would like to show you, this is another thing I got taught actually. It's not something that I would use, but this may help some people when achieving a wing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you with this eye. Another trick that can work with your wing is if you mark where you'd like your wing to start. So if you kind of think, all right, I want my wing to come out this far or this far, I'm going to mark roughly about here, a very small dot, but this is the highest point of my wing, and that's where this part here is. So if you mark the dot, that gives you like a kind of like a marker on how to carve it, and another way of doing it. So what I'm going to do is show this technique that I got taught. This may work for other people too, so I'm showing two techniques. This is the technique I achieve every day, and this is another one that might help some people. So now I've marked the spot where I'd like my wing to end. I'm going to join that to the outer corner of my eye, and that will be this bottom part of the wing. So if I just join up that dot and drag it down to my outer corner, as you can see, and that kind of gives you a marker onto where you'd like your liner to be. Also, this is a good trick to get your liner symmetrical. So if you mark the dots before you do your liner on each side, then you will kind of get your eyeliner symmetrical. So that's another tip. So now that you've applied that line, you can then join it up to the top of your eye. So drag the top of that wing forward. So now you've got your another wing, but the outer wing. So then you start filling that gap. And if you just make a little mistake, it's fine. You can clear that with a cotton bud. Nothing a cotton bud can't fix. And then I'm just going to go for my inner corner and join that up again, like I did with my other eye. So you can see why I like to use this brush, because of how thin it is. You can see why, because you get a sharper line, you get precision, and it works if you want a tiny wing, and it works if you want a large Amy Winehouse wing. So whatever you're in the mood for, it works. So if you just go back in and just fill in anywhere that you feel has like gaps, and just kind of colour it in. So that is the liner complete with two different techniques. So this is the one I like to do daily, and this is another tip for people to help get their wing symmetrical and nice and sharp. If you just make a little mistake like this, like I said, you can either use a cotton bud, or there's another little technique you can use. If you have any cleansing water or a micellar water, like this one, you can just put it onto a tiny little brush like this, a sharp brush. You just get a cotton pad and you soak the brush in the cleansing water. You just kind of wipe it off, like really softly. Like so. And it is removed. If you want to go in with the eyeshadow brush that you previously used, just to kind of blend the area, because it's like you've removed a little bit, then you are done. Literally all you need is a thin little brush, some makeup remover, and that is solved. And not to worry, because if you feel like you've taken off more of the liner, that's fine, because you can just go back over it again and just sharpen that line. And that is fixed. So I've just added a bit of kohl pencil and some mascara to my eyes. In conclusion to this video, it does depend what works for you in terms of technique. Also, another thing I recommend for kind of winged liner beginners is the felt tip liners. So for example, the Kat Von D tattoo liner, that is like a felt tip, and I think that makes application a little bit more easier because it's not a liquid. Well, it's a liquid, but it's out of a felt tip rather than it being like a liquid from a pot. I think that's another option for people to use to make things a little bit easier. But remember, practice makes perfect. Take time out of your day to just practice your liner. It's fine. It will get better with time. And if you make the mistakes, that is not a problem at all. Makeup is always fixable. You can remove it and you can try again. That is my liner now complete. I hope you guys enjoyed that kind of zoom in tutorial. If you did, let me know. I could do more of those. If you have any questions regarding liquid liner or winged eyeliner or cat eye, then just don't hesitate to comment below and I'll be happy to answer some questions. That is my video now complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know if you did. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!